Squad, squad. What is going on, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to Overpowered Gaming with your boy CEO Baby. And today we're going to be talking about, does build diversity matter? Once again, if you're new to the channel or you find this channel helpful or useful to you, or you enjoy the content, the entertainment, the rawness, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get right into it, man. I've been debating, should I start releasing build videos, things like that, because to me I feel like synergy and build is important. You already have a ton of YouTubers saying this is the best build for this is the best build for that, this is the best build to do this, not knowing that build diversity doesn't matter in this game right now, meaning that the meta is forever changing, and the gear pieces that you get, whether gear score 500 or above, doesn't really add a significant change. The high attributes rolls you can get on certain holster doesn't create a freedom that you have in eliminating certain things and aspects of your build. So I have a question for people who like to copy and paste builds and build the same way, follow the meta, which I never really understood. Oh, the meta is this, the meta is that. How? As of right now, we don't really have a dominant gear set. As of right now, we don't really have a dominant brand set. Everybody's running particulars that maybe crit chance, a little bit of weapon damage here and everything like that, with specific specialists revolving around certain synergies and weapons. So I guess that's a meta, I guess. But for me, I just been debating, should I start releasing build videos and start really diving into the hours that I put in this game to grind for specific pieces to synergize with my specialists as well as my build. And I felt a bit of disappointment with the gear sets that they released. Now I'm talking gear sets as far as the teal blue one versus the brand sets. You know, I love DH. You know what I'm saying? I love the DH holster. I love, now a Rotting Holdings is my favorite thing with that headshot damage, bro. Like, it's sick to how the brand sets are better than the gear sets, because the brand sets have a major attribute. Remember Division 1, Striker, all these things have major attributes and minors that you can utilize. So your minor attributes with slight majors. You know, your major one might be critical hit chance or health, and then you have two minors that follow that. Bleed resistance or shock something, whatever, exotic damage resilience, or you know, extra crit chance or extra skill power. They try similar to that with this game, but it's locked in a certain way, like it's locked in a certain cap that's not expressing its freedom, that's not allowing us to really dive into DPS and see the dynamics of it, because of the talents on weapons and the talents on brand sets that require you to maybe have less than 5 firearms when you can have 10 and revolve around weapon damage, and you can have a fucking headshot weapon damage build with 10 DPS that would literally shred everything that run across it, with the sacrifice of survivability. So to me, I don't feel like it's reached that point, and you gotta understand what I mean. Build diversity creates a great team play, a great environment for team play, because everything synergizes. You might have a healer, you might have, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not there yet. So much respect to all the YouTubers who are showing ways to break a meta or ways to create a build that can dominate in a normalization situation versus the DZ. Even when you're showing it in the DZ, it's very situational builds. If you fighting a whole team of people, you know what I'm saying, as a solo player, and people want to scratch the itch your edge, but I don't think it's that serious. I done ran through the DZ. I'm gonna put up some DZ footage and get my opinion on the DZ. It wasn't as significant as that, even with my base damage on my assault rifle being over 22k. You gotta understand, my LMG well over 31k. You see what I'm saying? So playing that in an unnormalization situation, it's unfair, it's unruly. But I think the reason why I play a lot of conflict, you see a lot of conflict in my videos, and I'm just debating, should I start releasing build videos for normalization and everything. With the state of the game changing, the way things are going to be rolled onto gears, and how higher gears and higher attributes could be now on a the 450 holster can now go up to 500. You can now cap it up to, and it's going to be hard to reach that cap. I think it's 16 levels. You can reach it to a certain point that you can cap it up. You get what I'm saying? That's what I thought when I first started learning recalibration in this game. I'm like, damn, my gear score is not going up, because I was rolling in higher pieces into lower pieces, and the lower pieces had a cap of 498 or something like that, or 468. Don't go past that. So you're like, damn, this talent should have boosted this up to 500 because of the higher attribute you get on the lower rolls. But I guess it just all comes to build diversity, man. I can't put it into context what I'm trying to say, and I hope you guys are understanding that, because it's surreal to how things going. Okay, make sure to join the notification squad if you made it this far through the video. That means you like the content. Make sure you join the notification squad, because I'm definitely going to be releasing a lot of raw footage of Division, a lot of things that I found, some glitches, some exposing things and the nature of builds. I'm just a solid Division player, and like I said, this is a small channel. Every contribution will help it grow. I see we lose followers and we gain followers on a daily, but if you like what you see or you don't like what you see, at least engage the video, at least dislike it or something. But I'm just talking about build diversity, man. It definitely it doesn't accredit in this game yet. You know, even certain skills and certain elements that is supposedly beneficial to how we battle and how we engage in conflict, or even in PvE. Like, I play a lot of PvE and I see the balance in PvE. You know, the damage to elites. I got 135% damage to elites with high weapon damage, but guess what? I play a challenging or mission or heroic mission, I'm only fighting 5 yellows, including the boss. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like the hours that I put in of grinding this game as much as possible, finding certain gear pieces that I like and synergize it, and then coming to a higher gear score, and then finding more pieces, and then not being able to find the pieces that I need to match my build is very unhinged, man, and it just feels blank right now. So I don't really go along with what metas are and how things are. Of course, I hate that they made nerf for assault rifle clip that has 30 more rounds to 40 rounds, and you lose a lot of your battles or your endings because your assault rifle can't really activate itself within a certain critical strike range. So of course you're forced to use something else. So if you like assault rifles, I think that's coming back because weapon damage is going to be important. But just think about it, we grinded so many control points for these mods for them to get nerfed to the ground, only because people were complaining and they said it's too powerful. So they buffed the NPCs up in PvE, and people were dying really fast and optimized and unoptimized normalized Dark Zone, and it's hectic. So I think it should have been the Dark Zone is about survivability. The Dark Zone is about going in there with a team and executing a certain way. If you want a PvE, you go in there with a team, but always be mindful that anybody can gank you or come up on you. You're always aware. So for the hardcore PvPers, I think give Conflict a try, man. Definitely give Conflict a try. Definitely start going into Conflict. It ain't really no big incentive outside of a leaderboard, getting into a certain place on the leaderboard, as well as representing your clan, as well as you do get supply drops that gives you key fragments to stack up on and certain gear, and it definitely gives you the gear set gear. So I'm getting 500 out of every supply drop. It'd be doo-doo, but it is what it is. But for the most part, man, I think it's no build diversity. So that's what this video is about, man. If you agree, make sure you leave a like button, comment, and what you think about the meta and the build diversity in the game, and as well as the top YouTubers releasing certain builds and certain elements that may be cheesy, you know, to the community, that may stop people from engaging in PvP because everybody's using it. Look, Shield, Defender Drone, Vector, Wizbill, Jasamian. I watch a lot of Jasamian and Craig G. Shout out to them guys. But I just don't. I said I don't know if I want to start doing build videos, knowing that the game is not quite there yet. It has builds in here, but it's really no diversity in those builds. You see what I'm saying? The diversity comes from the specialist you run, and in all reality, there's no diversity in that. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to everybody, and trust me, everybody's gonna be running an unstoppable talent on there with the Rhino and some depletion type of skill build that when you deplete armor and stuff. The meta is about to change drastically, and like I said, I use that word lightly because once you have build diversity in this game, then you can create a meta. You can say it can revolve around the SMGs because they have the talent strain that gives you this, or can revolve around the assault rifles because the assault rifles critical strike range now has with a stability scope or a strike range scope or an optimal range scope. You can change the way assault rifles is ran. Assault rifle can now be a mid attack weapon that does significant amount of damage on target. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that they have gun balancing in here, the way the weapons shift, the way things go. I think certain aspects of it, like specialist, sharpshooter, limit the accuracy, and just certain things limit it and increase it. The minus and plus system, they're starting to take that out of the game now and giving everything one way. I like the minus and plus system because it was hard to balance certain aspects and certain sacrifices that you would have to give up in battle. But it also brought a skill gap to you practicing your aim and leveling up your gun. I like that factor, but for them to just immediately just take it out and just now you can use sharpshooter and your LMG turn into a laser. Look, there's no recoil on that thing. That joint shot almost 100 shots and it's just shooting, just spraying. Look, wow. So right now it's really no build diversity, and I'm not complaining. I love the division. I love the state it's in, but please stop talking about the meta is this, the meta is this, and that, especially when you copying and pasting somebody's build. Get out here and grind for your build and make your build up. You know, make it a little bit different. You know, try different talent. You know, try different skill. Try different elements of the build, and then you'll see the benefit of skill and how you develop in the game. Once again, it's your boy CEO Baby, Overpowered Gaming Squad. You already know what to do. Peace.
Rogue reinforcements.